Oi, you there? Guess what? It's QA time. It's QA time. QA. Oh, maybe that's how the screen's time. That's right. It's QA time. There's a new build for Embers ready for testing on the QA server. Awesome. Awesome. It's got stuff in it. It's got new stuff in it. It's got old stuff in it. It's got stuff in it. That's the first for the day. Characters restored from live as of November 18, which is 2 days ago. Yeah. Don't worry, I'm not going to read out the whole release notes. You don't have to skip yet. Assuming you're watching this on YouTube. Lots of bugs and stuff. Lots of bugs and stuff. Bug fix stuff. The only one I skimmed through this a couple hours ago, but now I forget. Updated vegetation shaders to the latest version in prep for potential Unity 6 upgrade. Potential Unity 6 upgrade. Please let us know if anything seems off with the vegetation. Will do. There's lots of other little minor stuff, which, well, there's one that's not so minor. That's reduced level requirement for second and third trade skills from 612 to 36. People are going to like that. People are going to like that. Not something I'm going to be testing. Design content environment. Lots of Grizzle Peaks to work. What's Grizzle Peaks? Keep watching. Not that I'm going to see it today, but keep watching for next time. Fix stuck spots, yeah. Added adventuring XP bonus to the following content: raccoon dens and all named mobs. So, added adventuring XP bonus. Not quite sure what that means yet. I think you get more if you hit a named mob. Added candle yet. Highland Hills merchant yet. Giant crocodile is more giant. Giant crocodile is more giant. Bring it on. Other stuff. Reduced execution time for Alchemy 2. All sort of design little mod things. Awesome. Not what I'm going to be testing in this stream. Not specifically going, this is this item. This is what happens in this item. Let's test it. Ain't doing that. This is more a regression test than a functional test. Functional test is where you look at one function, like Berserker Fury now enables auto attack on use, and you just focus on that function and make sure that function does what that function says it does in the release notes. No, this is going to be more of a regression test, except for one thing: increasing player health per level. One thing discussed with the community recently is the leveling experience and the impact of leveling, and we believe we can offer additional character growth to align more with player expectations. I'll just pause so you can think about that for a minute. Additional character growth to align more with player expectations. So every time you level, you'll notice a difference more. I think that's kind of how I could also say that. This effort will be broken into multiple steps for us. The first step, which is what we're testing now, is to increase the character's health gained per level. And aligning the numbers of the game to increase likewise, being NPC damage, healing abilities, consumables, durability loss, and health regen. Okay, so character's health goes up more per level, but other things go up more per level to compensate. For content of the same level, the game should feel exactly as it was before. Mobs should seem as dangerous and downtime should be the same, because you want the same level of risk to be the same level of risk, but at the same time you want things to feel like they are significantly different as you do stuff. Boy, how is that for an explanation? You can tell I don't edit this, huh? But your per level character increases will be more pronounced. Along with this change, we have also increased the gap between defender and non-defender health. Cool. Providing defenders with additional advantage when compared to non-defender roles. Okay, tanks get more healing. Tanks get more health. Awesome. Relative to non-tanks. We will get feedback around this change before moving ahead with the next step of the process. Cool. That's the whole point of this stream. Feedback. Yeah, I'm gonna give you some feedback. I haven't seen it yet. Haven't done anything except get to the loading screen so far. So you'll get my feedback. The next step, which likely will be in the coming month, focusing on increasing the per rank impact of combat abilities to continue with our focus on improving how the game's progression feels. So the guys are making a big effort to make progression feel more significant. Okay, that's a better way to summarise it. No, this change will likely be pushed to December given how late in the month we are in QA. Okay, bottom line is we badly need feedback on this change and how it impacts the players. So get in there, test it, give them feedback. This is a game where they actually listen and pay attention to what you do. So get in there and test it. This is my evidence that I'm getting in there and testing it. Also note that embering regen rates have not been adjusted to compensate for this change, so they might be a little lackluster right now. Yeah, so if your health is a lot higher, but the relative health per tick in your embering is like this, has not increased, then it's going to feel slower. Health regeneration rates on gear, I wonder how that's going to affect stuff. Anyway, so this is what's on QA just now. Let's look at some vegetation. Let's look for a large crocodile. And let's see how things feel with the changes to the numbers for the health to the players, which is better for the defenders and the non-defenders, hey? Yeah, let's see. Let us see. So, why am I stalling? No particular reason, I'm just minimising that and committing it to memory. First off, let's have a look at, let's just go to Northreach, level 16. Haven't played this character a lot, but let's start with a low level character and see if there's a material difference. Not a difference in the texture on the character, material as in significant. Was that a nice stall while I waited for it to load? Welcome to QA, not Q&A, QA. Textures. First thing I'm going to do is test my over the shoulder, because if I don't have it over the shoulder then life's not good. Test my zoom. Test that it's night time. Got me hammer. Hit G. Got me stuff. This has all been upgraded because, as I said, they upgraded it as per a certain date a couple of days ago. Feels good. Feels good. Texture's different. Texture's different at night time near the target dummy. Let's have a little look. Now, let's focus on exceptions rather than focus on what's actually, oh look at that blade of grass, oh look at that blade of grass. Let's just look around and take note of it if it's an issue. There's another big As usual, I'm running this on a 1060 card with 12 gigabytes. 1060 card? Who has a 1060 card these days? What sort of noob is going to have a piece of shit card like that? Me. Oh, hello bear. What am I doing? I haven't hit an attack yet, have I? He's already stunned me, the bastard. He went down reasonably quickly. Didn't see a big problem there. What's hitting me? What's it? Oh, hello. Absolutely pointless to be skinning on a QA server. But you know, it works. Skinning works. That's north. Why is it north? Because I can see that big blue planet. What else am I doing? This is Juggernaut. That's taunt. What's the point of having it taunt when you're soloing on a Juggernaut? Well, as you can see, I got 8 skills on this character at level 16. Another Unstoppable, level 18. I'm not level 18, I'm level 16, so I've only got 8 skills, so I might as well leave Taunt on the bar for now. Then I have Resistance, which gives me physical damage resist for a period of time, as you can see. I have my Roar, which adds one-handed and two-handed damage for 15 seconds and helps me hold threat. I think that's how it worked. Hammer damage, hit with such force that you bypass your enemy's defense. Cool. Collateral damage, deal damage with your weapon's specific area attack. Yep. Threatening strike, a strike, single target that gets the attention of your enemies. The good old strike, strike, strike. And this one, no time to die. Who has the time? Maximise resilience, preventing death for a short period of time, giving you 100 resilience, which effectively stops you from dying, or when you fall down you get straight back up again, for 10 seconds. Only works for 10 seconds, so you kind of want to time that correctly. What time of day we got? We have 1:45. We have 15 minutes of darkness still. How do things look in the dark? What have I got? 350 health. 350 health. Do things hit harder? Do they take the same chunk out of the damage from a percentage perspective as before? I'm hitting green mobs. Green mobs are like the lowest mob you would want to hit to get some sort of XP. Greens are below dark blues, which are below light blues, which are below whites, which are normal. There's another big R. So let's go a little bit away from green mobs because they should be a doddle. Should be a doddle. Just looking around at textures, looking around for anything that doesn't Who's that over there? Just looking around for anything that doesn't feel quite right in terms of textures and how things look. That must be broken. That guy disappeared. Damn it. Maybe not. How does the grayscale look? What's the grayscale? I ain't spoiling that. I ain't telling you what that's all about. You gotta get in here and play the game yourself if you want to find that out. More R's. Am I better to R or am I better to say nothing at all? There's an embering. That's where you recover. There's a bulletin board. I've already got one of those. Kill 15 deer to give more XP. Stop R'ing, idiot. What I would like to do is remember what I was about to say. What I would like to do is find a named mob and find out what this named mob thing is. More XP for a named mob. Will I find a normal named mob just out here? Don't know. Probably not. They normally hide in dungeons, don't they? What I will do is just head over here to this monolith. Check that I have some Ember Essence, yes. Blah, 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 blah. Do that, go to the Land of Meadows. Look at the loading screen. Is that loading as quick as it normally does for me? 40%, 50%, loading 6 out of 9. Game time is presented in reference to New Haven Standard Time, NST. Did you know that sections in this game, zones in this game, is that as far as I can go? Yes, it is. Have different times depending on zones in the map, just like a real thing, just like a real planet. Hello planet, you're red. Hello planet, you're north. You're Blooper. This is a harder zone. This guy may just get his ass kicked now, rather than stompy wompy what's out there. And yet, ironically, the mobs are still green. I'll just keep talking while I find something useful to hit. Yeah, sorry, I'm just going to keep R'ing because that is what I do. Mobs. A distinct lack of anything that I can inflict violence on so far. That's north. I'll keep saying that every now and then until it sinks in. That's north. Current, yes, that's where I am. I ported into here, I'm sort of running over to here. Towards the city of Brook Hollow. I'm just looking at nighttime textures again. I'm looking at lighting. What else am I looking at? It's all looking pretty good on this crappy old 1060 card. 1060 card, medium settings, medium low things. Exposure just how about, just for the fun of it, we take that back to 0. I do that without. Hey, that's what it would look like when the first time you logged into the game. pump some music up. Let's put a little bit of music in. So that's what it would look like, the darkness exposure level would look like the first time you logged into the game if you hadn't dropped that down to -1. Something else while I'm here. Over the shoulder camera. And it's bound. I have bound it to mouse button 5. Normally it's not bound when you first play. I've bound it to mouse button 5. I've got other settings set up like this, just so you know, so you can see them if you want to see them. There were some new deselect single target on next previous target. What else is new? What else is new? I'll look at that some other time. I will look at that some other time. But I'm sure it's all there. Sure it's all there. Anyway, yes, I'm just babbling. I'm doing random things. So that's the darkness that you would experience when you first log into the game and you haven't fluffed around with the darkness levels. I normally have it so that is set to, and just watch around the outside of the box like that. Most people play with it like that, which when it's night time still allows you to see better. Is that better? Is that better that you do that? It's definitely better if you do that when you're streaming. Is that better though? I'm starting to actually think that it's kind of cool just to set it to about there. To the unaffected level and make darkness darker again. Make darkness darker again. So that's what it would look like if you hadn't changed it from the original setting. Just running around looking at textures, looking at stuff. That was one of the two main things I was planning to do for this session. And the other one was to hit some stuff and see if it felt like it was okay. Hello bulletin board, what did I have on this one? Kill wolves, kill wolves, kill dread stalker wolves. They're in a different part of this zone. So that won't be my focus. How do those textures look? Does everyone understand what normal maps are? Normal mappings? No? Okay. Some people will, some people won't. Interesting how that looks wet and then you run up to it and that's kind of gone. That's just the texture. What? They kind of look damp and then when you get up to them they don't really look damp anymore. And behind you they again look damp, which is a reflection of the colour of the sky, which makes it look like there's water on the path, but then when you stand close to it you don't see water on the path. I need to think about that. Not quite sure that's the best it can be. And I wonder if you can see water on the path all the time. Will you see water on the path all the time, day and night? Not sure. I'll swap to another turn in a minute. In fact, I'm not really hitting any mobs and doing any damage. I'm just sort of doing a little look around at the moment, aren't I? Which I know is going to get old pretty quick. But this is the look at the textures part. A blue mob, which is harder than a green mob. Put some defense on, hear that. This feels like a bit of a challenge, even though it's blue. Blue. But how's my health looking? My health's looking solid. It's down to 21% armour. It's down. Did that feel like it was a lot easier or a lot harder? I am not really sure. But let's have a bit of an adventure here. Let's give this a really good test. How would I give it a really good test now? By diving into a cave. Where's the cave? There's got to be a cave around here somewhere. What if I just keep walking? There's a cave. That cave was surrounded by mobs. Did you see what sort of mobs there were? They look like mires to me. Loading, loading, loading. Loading. Derelict sanctuary. Away from the grayscale. Oh look, it's that grayscale again. What's that for? You will have to find out. There's an embering. Hello, embering. What level are these mobs in this cave? Am I running in the solo route or am I about to die? Oh, that's unfortunate. That is very, very unfortunate. Shh. No, no, don't. Just stop doing that ringing thing. No, don't. You don't want to know what number's ringing me. Yeah, it's been like that all day. Which has made it a little bit tricky to find time to do some QA testing. I don't care who that was, I'll worry about that later. Oh, 3 chef, big 3 chef. We ain't going that way. See that texture on the wall? That texture on the wall indicates that it indicates a few things. It indicates the way that you want to get back to the embering, because it moves towards the entrance, so you can follow it and get back out again. I'm just thinking about where's the 1 chef route? Is it this way? The mob's in here, 1 chef. I think I found the 1 chef route. I think I found an ashen mire. I don't want to find too many of those. Can I fight 2 blue ashen mires? Let's get some health up. Let's get some stamina up. Some health regen would be useful by eating something. Oh yeah, hit stuff. Hit stuff. Cool down. Hit stuff. No, not many cooldown options there. Luckily Juggernaut's AoE, so this one's already had a dent of health taken out of it, which is important, seeing I've already had a dent of health taken out of me. Out of stamina, well, not much I can do about that. Hey. Health regen plus 74. Stam regen plus 22. See the pace that they're regenning? That a lot of that health regen is because of my choice of gear. If I'm soloing on a turn that doesn't have any healing, I want high health regen. And while I'm fighting, I want high stam regen. Good combat movement. I have 7 resilience, which can go up to 100 with a skill. Hit, pen, positional. Positional is very important. I'm using this weapon. This weapon does plus 3 damage forwards. Add the positional and you get plus 18. I think that's how it works. So if you're hitting and you are facing the mob, you're doing good damage. I'm not explaining anything very well today. Too much else going on. Too much else has been going on. But you either know or you don't know. For now. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. So if I click that mob, see that arrow? No, see that arrow? That frontal position, 3 damage plus 100 positional. See that? 3 damage, that was the plus 3 for the weapon, plus 100% of the positional. Now, what better mob to explain positional on than a mob that's circular with no obvious front? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be in a position to really explain that very well on this turn. So, no, it disappeared too quick for me to actually even explain that. Yeah, choose the Maya dungeon, you idiot, and then try and explain positional damage. No, you're not doing that. But that mob went down fine. That mob went down fine. I am going to change tack and exit to selection. Exit to selection and then quickly swap to another mob because I've been doing things for a little bit of time already. How long have I been doing things for? 24 minutes apparently. I don't feel like I've done a damn thing yet. Let's get on the knight who happens to be in New Haven City and hope that, no, it doesn't really matter. Skew A, doesn't really matter. What I like about knights. Knights are one of the 3 defender classes. They're not juggernauts like the one I was just on. They are knights. And the other one, of course, is martial, which is more a crowd controller. This one is more an AoE. This one is more a single target, but has a self-heal. So it's kind of a bit like a paladin, So it's healing itself. You know what's cool? You can go like that, and you can go like that. So that if I do that and then show you, wow, that was effective, wasn't it? Ember empowered to resist all damage types. You can't see the Ember empowered because you can't see the Ember empowered tooltip. Fine, don't show it to me. To include a larger initial heal. This is a self-heal as well. Trust me, it's a self-heal as well as putting that buffy thing on. So it's pretty cool. Now, One thing that was in the notes was the cooldown was reduced to 1 second for these. And you toggle between them. They can both be on, okay. No, I'm not explaining things very well or at all. Here's the town. Here's the daylight. I turned the options to 0, didn't I? Yeah. So they're not as bright as at night as they used to be. It is sunrise now, 59 real minutes until sunset. Hello daytime. It's dawn. It's dawn. This is a nice time to look at the lighting and look at the textures and everything, because of course that is north. Trust me, that's north. There's a blue planet that way. The sun's rising in the east, and so it is hitting the eastern faces of the buildings. And looks pretty cool, except where buildings are in the shadow. But if you come around to the western side of buildings, you're of course in the shade. Yeah, graphics shit, aren't they? Graphics are shit. No, they're not. Look at that. It looks magnificent. Have you seen this little thing before? Oh, it's not activated. Ooh. It's not activated. The refresh was done at a time where it was not activated. So therefore I can't port from there. You have to actually make effort to get that thing activated so that the community can use it. And it's not activated, or it wasn't activated at the slice of time that the backup was done, or it's not activated right now. Boy, I'm dribbling shit today. Is anyone else watching me dribble shit? Let me just check. On the other monitor. Let me just check. On the other monitor. No, I don't want to hear myself say that. No, it's just me at the moment. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, it is dawn. New day, new textures. New textures. Preparing for Unity 6. Now, unfortunately, you're not seeing this as good as I'm seeing this, because I'm streaming this at 720 and I'm seeing it at much nicer resolution than that. So you're not going to be seeing this the way I'm currently seeing this, unfortunately. But it's looking good to me. These grass textures are interesting. They look greener than they were before. They look a darker shade of green. Let's just have a little play. Let's just have a little play. Vegetation distance. Vegetation density. Let's go high. Let's go high. That's vegetation density high. Remember how that looks? Just keep that picture in your head. Vegetation density very low. Yuck. Yeah, just don't. Just don't. Vegetation density. I normally have it at medium. Let's just put it up to high for now. See how I survive. See how choppy it gets. Leaving most of the other settings That actually feels a little bit choppy to me on this computer, which, being a 1060 card, being about 8 years old, is a bit shocking. Now, you've seen me here before already, and this tune is at level 36, yes. So let's go somewhere a bit more difficult. Game looks ugly, doesn't it? Look at that character, it doesn't look disgusting. Yeah, I'm kidding. Looks friggin' awesome. That's not over the shoulder, and you can do that. If you really want to do that, you can do that. You can do that. Or you can go over the shoulder, so that if you're sitting at about that depth, you can look at stuff over the shoulder and not be blocked like that, like that, like that. You can see your target better, or you can do it like that. I kind of like to have it like that, particularly. So no, something's really standing out to me. Something that's really standing out to me is the quality of the texture of that. That feels very different. And the quality of texture of the metal, and the quality. Now, the notes were talking about the quality of the textures, grass and everything, I thought the notes said. But like the quality of that texture and the quality of this texture is significantly better than what I've seen before. That metal looks like metal. That leather looks like leather. That beanie on this clown looks like it's cloth. Oh, let me turn off that so I can go around like that. Now, how about I face sun? You fall. I'll get it right in a minute. I don't know how to describe it, I don't know what to say, but the metal looks more metal. The leather looks more leather. Materials appear to be more like what they should appear to be. That's the best I can do to explain this at the moment. But that feels significantly better to me on the character. I'm not sure I notice it so much on the grasslands. Maybe it's just a bit overwhelming when you look at all the grass. But on the character model itself, that looks better. It looks better. It looked good before, but it looks better. I'm really dribbling, but I can see the difference. Let's go to Grimstone Canyon. How long have I been doing this for? 44 minutes, just running around. Haven't hit a lot, just really been looking. Haven't been functional testing. Haven't really done much regression testing either, to be honest. Just done more looking around. Now, one other thing I should say is, does that metal look more metal because I don't have that down like that anymore? Is that what's causing the difference in my perception of what these things look like? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think they still look significantly better. Were you expecting a stream where I was going to say, this is this item that's changed, this is the test. Here is the result. Nah. Can't be stuffed doing that. I'm just here looking around, looking at textures, and I should really be making an effort to see whether with this character with its higher progression, whether it has any issues. Is it easier now because of the changes made to progression, or is it harder? Again, I'm fighting blue mobs. Two little rabbits. Oh, let me go over the shoulder again. Feeling alright to me so far. How's that for some professional feedback? Now once this little bunny rabbit dies, die bunny rabbit die. Once this bunny rabbit dies, I'm going to eat something which will lift my health regen. I'm going to check whether I've got any tea fuel. Yes, yay. I've got tea, so stamina regen. And then I'm going to go, no. Oh, it had something. I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to watch my health and stamina go up. They look fine to me. They're going up at a more than reasonable pace. Seeing I have more health because of that scaling of the health, they were still going up very nicely as far as I could tell. Oh good. How about I swap? How about I swap to the big hammer? I'm actually doing some DPS. Hit me a few times, hit me a few times. Yeah, no, you're struggling to do that, aren't you, Mr. Blue Mob? You are struggling to do that. Struggling to do too much damage at all. No, that feels fine. That feels fine. I'm not going to be harvesting on QA. I'm just going to run up to where I know the mobs get a little bit more difficult. Because I want to test this on a toon that is not blue. I want to test this on a, well, light blue. I want to test this on white toons. And see that I can hit a normal mob. Which means a little bit of running. Not a lot. I can't get over how good that texture looks on that crocodile skin. And the pants look like cloth. The leather looks like leather. The metal looks like leather. The metal looks like metal, idiot. And the beanie looks like beanie cloth. And I don't know whether that's a material difference. Oh god, that's always a dad joke. I'm making myself laugh. Material difference. The difference in the material, as in a significant difference, material difference. What I'm going to do is use some alchemy and heal myself. Because that's what knights do to survive. They don't cast halt and run away like those weak bloody marshals. They don't AoE 15 mobs like a juggernaut, but they can heal. And they can heal. And they can sit down and watch their health go up real quick. That's fine. That looks fine to me. That looks absolutely fine on that blue mob. Not an issue at all, is my initial feedback. Two chef blue mob. Two chef blue mob. Put the counter up. Hitting buttons. Hitting buttons. Now, protect your defensive target. Taunt, totally useless, because I'm solo. Who am I taunting it from? I want that raven to get too close. I'm in strife here. I'm in strife here. Take a pot. None of those are available for me at the moment. Two chef blue. Two chef blue. One's two chef blue. Survived. Cool bananas. See that wolf? It's a hungry wolf. If it's targeting me, it's going to keep going towards me. They're kind of like loot pinatas, but no, I've lost over the shot already. Idiot, you fool. Ah, using alchemy. Big alchemy heal on myself. Did that because I was already still low health from the other mob when it targeted me. I like ground torches. Ground torches are awesome. I like those healing stars too. Now, protect your defensive target. If that's on, protect your defensive target. Ember empowered to heal your defensive target and allow targeting of yourself. See, that's why that's super cool. Super cool when you're soloing. That's your oh shit button for a night. With alchemy. Now, what happens if I do that and look at that? Ember empowered to completely heal your defensive target and allow targeting of yourself. I'll do that. Completely healed. I turn that one off and just leave that one on. Ain't completely healed, it just says heal now. So yeah, that all works. That'll toggles the way it's supposed to toggle. So I assume if you have those two on at the same time and you use that skill, it's going to take the two, not the one. I didn't realise you could have both on at the same time, because obviously you normally just choose one and use it as an oh shit at the time when you need it. How are all those textures looking? Ugly game, isn't it? Jeez. Looks magnificent. Looks magnificent. It always confuses me that that's north. It feels like I'm going east. But that's totally irrelevant. You know what else looks like an elephant? Those big scaly pieces of stuff. Let's hit a white. And at the same time, it looks like we're hitting a big scaly piece of stuff. Dazed. Uh-oh. Can I survive? Can I survive? Can I do that and put up my big bubble and heal myself? Suddenly, the battle turns. Night stack. Have plenty of stam. Plenty of stam. Do I? Yeah, it's still half stam. Because I'm eating. Now I'm drinking tea. And it's done me again. I like playing my knight, I really do. I like soloing on my knight more so than my warden, because it's just chunky. It can take damage and it can heal itself. Better than the warden heal, which goes away as soon as you hit, unless you use the alchemy version of it. Look at that, that's what I like. That's that stuff that gives me plus 10 threat when I'm in a group, which I don't need to have on just at the moment because I'm not in a group. It's kind of pointless wasting that to hold threat for a group that I'm not in. Let's just wait. Should I wait? Or should I just sit for a minute? Let's just sit. Look at those resting recovery rates. No, I guess we're not going to sit. We're not going to sit, are we? Let me do the big Healy thing again. Larger and she'll heal. Nice. Did that happen before I got stunned? I think it did because I still got 27. Let's try it again. That looked like a new effect on the ground too, but maybe that was because of the texture changes. That kind of looked like cellophane that you were standing on there for a second. Not saying there's anything wrong with standing on cellophane. That was just my first thought. I'm doing a reaction video to a QA test. Regen speed. Oh, the ball's going to hit me, isn't it? Combat movement haste, regen 84, 46. 84, 46. Plus 19% modification to your damage output. I think that actually got changed, didn't it? To be more clear in the notes. Does it look like I'm just randomly hitting buttons? Because yeah, apart from that taunt, which I don't need, there is a bit of random button hitting going on. Except I'm going to go like that and like that again, which gives me the bubble and gives me a heal. That's an awesome help. Awesome skill. For soloing. It's probably not what I should have on the bar when I'm grouped. Then again, I wouldn't be using this weapon when I'm grouped either. I would be swapping to that one. Lots of blathering, lots of dithering, lots of talk. It doesn't feel materially different in terms of mobs are harder now because you made these changes. No, it's still feeling balanced, it's still feeling okay. I'm not having an issue with it at all. Kind of feels right. And these are white mobs now. These are mobs that white single chef mobs. So that's like normal mode. That feels alright. It felt like something hit the ground then. That was a strange sound effect. I've done an hour of looking at stuff. in a regression testing way, not a functional testing way. And so far, no issues. So far, no issues. So far, no issues at all. I haven't found a named. Let's just give myself a little heal to accelerate that heal. So far, I haven't found a named mob. Didn't expect to though, out here in the open. Would be a bit of a surprise. Oh, hello. The scales on that, I'd say something really intelligent like they look better. They look better. Why they look better? I don't know. Shinier? Shinier? I don't know. They just look sharper. The reflections look better. The difference between the shadowy side and the light side looks better. I don't know. I have to think about that more once I rewatch this stream. Aligns your armor plates. You do that. You align your armor plates, buddy. And give myself a little heal. There is no way I'm going to survive running through there, am I? Let's give myself the bubble just for the sake of the heal. Let's put the weapon away. I watched a new player play for the first time as a YouTube today, and it made me appreciate how much more difficult this game would be on day one. Like, you do that. He was running around like that and going, movement feels slow, movement feels slow, and not actually realising that he should have been like that. It's just those little things that you learn as you play that make things feel, or make things easier, let alone make things feel easier. You of course just get used to doing things like swapping your weapon, unsheathing and sheathing weapons. Boy, there's a bit of gold. No, I'm not going to go full brand. Can I outrun this mob? See, when I'm in combat, I'm going to move more slowly. Can I outrun this mob and get... See, they look wetter. Does that make sense? They look shinier, they've got higher reflection. That's probably a better way to say it. But looks fine. This corner looks different to me. Why does that corner look different? Something's changed. Were there ladders and stuff up there before? Were there? That looks different to me. Okay, you stunned me. I got it. I just want to have a look at a couple of shrieks before I leave. Want to look at a couple of shrieks, so just go, buddy. This is going to be a bit difficult. Is it going to be a bit difficult? Come on, give me a cooldown, give me a cooldown. Cooldown's too slow, because I don't have enough haste, I guess, because I've emphasised other things, other stats. Haste makes your cooldowns reduce. I don't have a lot of haste on a tank. And so the cooldowns feel slow. It might also be that I'm using my tank weapon and not my DPS weapon. So anyway, stand there for a second, do that for a second, stretch for a second. I've been doing this for just over an hour, I won't be doing it for much longer. But it's a little test, not a very effective test, but it's a little test. Let's have a look at a shriek. Let's bash on a shriek. So I think shrieks are probably white to me still on this team. Yeah. Call me a shriek. Have a bit of that. No, I'm not being offensive to the English. I'm just talking stupid. So don't be offended, English, British. I like this skill too much. Lucky I started with full Embers. That number was close to 40, I think. I've used half it and I haven't been filling it up again. And maybe I've gone a bit too hard on the ember juice to survive. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it's just that I'm being impatient. That felt alright. Alright, I'm going to limit it to those two characters for now. One character that was about level 16, one character that was level 36, which is like 3/5 of the way up the levelling scale. So anyone that wanted to have a look at that, I hope you found something useful in that. But so far, regression test, everything passed. Looks fine to me. Thank you for watching, if you're still here. Or, yeah, thank you. Thank you.